Hey Coach, I'm going to walk through the Sideline box and kind of describe what the power sources are, specifically the boxes with speakers. You're going to have two power sources. You're going to have the AC power, that's going to be on the side of a box. Each box location might be different, but you have the AC power. That's going to be what powers the TV alone itself. So without that AC power, you're not going to get any sort of TV power. So whether that's the power on the sidelines or if you have a portable battery bank, you need that connected to AC power for the TV to work. Now with the box that have speakers, that's powered by a 12-volt battery, and I'll show you on the back side of this box where that's located. Again, each box design might be a little bit different. This is our varsity box. So this 12-volt battery inside the back compartment is what powers the speakers. So if you have this in the middle of a field, you can run your sound system, or you can connect your iPhone or your Android device and run the speakers to have the music going without having it plugged into the AC power. A tip that I'm going to give you is when this box is sitting, you want to make sure that over the off season that you plug it into the AC power, because it's hooked up, that 12-volt battery is hooked up to a maintainer charger in the back of that box. And that's going to be what feeds that battery so it doesn't completely drain down. If that battery completely drains down over the course of an off season, it might be too discharged for it to be recovered. So you want to make sure that every so often you're plugging in the Sideline box to a power source so it can feed that 12-volt battery so you don't lose it for the next season. You'll have a switch on this varsity box. It's on the side. When you flip that switch, it's going to power on the speaker system, and you can see that by these lights being illuminating blue. If I unplug this, it's going to power off the TV. So now you see that we've lost the TV, but we still have sound and we still have connection to the speakers. One big thing to also pay attention to when you're done with the speaker for the day, make sure you flip that power switch, because that will also drain the battery, because the amp will continue to want to pull voltage from that battery. And so we see some schools that call in and say that their battery's dead after only a few months. And a lot of the times it's because that power switch was forgot to be powered off. These are just a couple of tips for your box to not only work correctly, but also the longevity of the battery inside. So as a recap, AC power is what you'll need for the TV to be powered on. And then the speaker works off that 12-volt, which also ties into that AC power, because that's how you keep that battery maintained and charged. So you want to plug this in during the off season, once every couple of weeks, to make sure that that battery life on that 12-volt stays good. So then when you pull it out for the next season or the next pep rally or the next event, you guys will have that sound coming from your speakers and you won't have to replace the battery.